Welcome to the Herb and Hedge Show.
What's up, you fucking degenerates? Are you ready to gamble your ass off this week? Because me and fucking Hedge are. This is Herb and Hedge Show. Week 4. Sorry we're late, but let's get it going.
As you can tell, Herb's dialed the fuck in. We're ready to get it rolling, ready to get shit rocking. It's week 4. We're ready to see shit go to the fucking moon. We ain't messing around anymore. So this is a little thing that we're just going to try out for a little bit. See, what kind of happens, see where it builds to. Kind of just keep continuing growth off of what we're going to develop with it. So
we beat Vegas, okay? Simple as that. If you ain't behind it, then get the fuck off the channel. If you want to make money, stay and listen, play our plays, make some fucking money.
We got a lot of ins and outs that we pay attention to when it comes to sports gambling, not even just college football, but, college basketball. We got a wide spread of analytics that we pay attention to, especially when it comes to spreads, over-unders. I mean, you name it, we bet anything and everything. So, let's just get a little bit into about ourselves. So, like Herb said, I'm Hedge. We're going to be gambling like motherfuckers on this channel. I mean, y'all don't understand how crazy it's about to be. Can't talk about units. Don't want to tell y'all units yet because that's private information.
We will be using a unit format. So if I put 2, 3, 4 units on a game, by the amount of units I put on a game or Hedge puts on a game how much we like it. Most of the time we'll just go off 1 unit or 1.5 units, but our 5-star plays and stuff like that will move up to 3 or 4. We're not going to talk about unit price like he said. Nobody does. If you want to know that, you're a fucking weird loser. Just bet your money. We bet ours. Let's win money together. Simple as that.
And a good thing about us is that we pay attention to public fades. We pay attention to if FanDuel's boosting this certain thing so much to the point that it's obvious that the point or the over-under is going to be under it. Something like that. We see those things. We see the board really, really well.
We do that research for you so you don't have to.
Yeah.
Like our mission is to make you money. We ain't out here. We're trying to fuck bookies. Fuck bookies. Fuck Vegas. That's what we're on.
Vegas can suck our balls. So let's talk about this first game. So at noon we've got Clemson, number 5 Clemson going into Wake Forest. You got Clemson at -6.5, -6.5, I should say. Over under sitting at 55.5. So how you feeling about this game, Herb?
Well, Clemson leads the all-time series 69-17-1. Has won the last 13 matchups. So, bottom line, they're going to win this fucking football game. But are they going to cover 6.5? I don't know.
I'm torn on that too. See, when you look at Wake Forest carries this high offense efficiency about themselves. Their defense gives up a lot of points, but they're trying to redirect it. That quarterback Sam Hartman, he just had 325 passing yards last week against a strong offensive Liberty team. He's on pace to become 6th in the All ACC for 300-yard passing game. So, I feel like he's got a little bit of a chip on his shoulder, but is that enough to match Clemson's shutout defense that they play every game?
Well, on that current streak, the last time it has been decided by single digits is 2011. And that defense might be the best defense in college football right now. People can say Georgia, people can say what they want, but I think that front 4 is vicious, mean. What's the number 5's name? I don't know, but he was dating that hot-ass TikTok bitch. She left him for R.J. Hampton. He's out for fucking blood this year. He wants to kill every motherfucker on the field. And he's out for blood, and I love him. I love Clemson. Clemson, I think they cover. Easy. Herb, or Hedge, I haven't talked to you. I don't know what you're thinking on this game. We haven't talked about it, but I'm riding Clemson -6.5.
Well, and I obviously Clemson would be the clear choice here. Given the fact of the strength of competition they play. Like I said, their defense playing shutout. They've been consistent for almost going on 3 years now. They were really, really good last year. I don't know if you remember that Georgia game at the beginning of the season. It was. I feel like it was 10-7. So it was a really low-scoring game, especially with Georgia. Stetson Bennett. You also had their running back. I can't really remember his name, but he was a stud as well. So, I'm going to have to ride with Clemson 6.5. Now, I'll tell you this is going to come as a shocker to you. I love the under. I'm a big under guy this weekend. I don't know what it is. I'm feeling the under. I don't know. It's there. There's too many offensive opportunities for this weekend.
Well, Hedge, I think that the public wants us to go over. I think they'll hammer the over, and we'll see the percentages, and maybe we'll provide some percentages on our Twitters if people get into this and want to hear about it. I might leak some percentages. I have sources. I pay for apps. I get percentages of public betting, so maybe we can pump that out there. But I agree. I like the under too. I love the under in this game.
The fact that these two teams are already scoring 42 and 41 points a game apiece, that's averaging 83 points combined. So they've only got this set at 55.5. That's kind of a fishy line to me, but. Like I said, I'm riding the under, like the under, so you can add it to whatever you want to.
All right, let's head to Florida at Tennessee. Tennessee is minus 10.5. The over and under is 62.5. Gators lead the overall series 31-20. Florida has won 16 of its last 17 games against Tennessee. They are also 14-12 inside of Knoxville. So that stat right there, I just want to point something out. 31-20 is not as lopsided as some of these matchups are overall history. The last 16 out of 17, let's just be honest, Tennessee sucks dick. They have sucked dick. This year, they don't suck dick. Bottom line. But in the past, you got to throw that stat out the window. Tennessee is trash, dog shit. I hate them. Can't fucking stand them. And Big T that works for Barstool, fuck you, you fat ass.
So, on the backhand of that, I will say that Tennessee has figured their program out. They got Hendon Hooker at the quarterback position. He is one of those guys that can kill you on the run, or he can kill you with the deep ball. But like I said, I think Tennessee. I do think Tennessee is a better football team than Florida this year. Here's why I tell you this: it's because Florida beats Utah at home. Right? Great win. Then next week they take on Kentucky. So Kentucky walks in with a little bit of a chip on their shoulder. They've kind of had this lopsided record for years. So they come in, they beat them Kentucky beats Florida by 10 in the Swamp.
Kentucky owns the Swamp now officially. I'd like to put that out there. I think they own the Swamp.
Mark Stoops, what he's doing with that program is
salute Stoops.
It's remarkable.
Salute Stoops.
It's remarkable. We are big on the Stoops train. I think that he could change a program anywhere that he goes. They will have a statue for him in Lexington.
100%.
Come the time he retires. So he'll have a lifetime contract just like Cal. They're not going to do him like Barry Bryant. Only get him a what was it? A Rolls Royce?
They bought Rupp a Cadillac.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
Buy him a Rolex.
Yeah. So I don't think they're going to do that. I think that Cal. Now the controversy here a couple months ago with Cal and Mark Stoops. I mean,
man,
what do you think about that? The comments that Cal made. I mean,
that makes me not like Cal even more than I did. I'll just say this: Stoops has built something. Cal, you came to tradition. Stoops, you did not. You built tradition. There's a difference. I love Cal. I love he's making these young kids money, making them stars and making them millionaires. I get it. I love it. But I know them fans over Kentucky want championships. That's what the Bluegrass wins national championships. They don't want to see guys go to the league and then forget about them. They want national championships. And Stoops got handed nothing, man. When he got into that program, it was our last straw. What are they going to do? What are we going to do?
I think it was Joker Phillips. Was that the last coach?
Yeah, and he's built this thing, and just everybody in Lexington is behind football once again, and it's beautiful. I mean, I got chills talking about it.
Honestly, I was going to say, Herb, I mean, have you ever been to a Kentucky tailgate here in the past few years?
Oh, my God. I got family that lives in Lexington, and I know you asked that just to talk about it, but Hedge just came with me. We've been there for when Benny Snell broke the rushing record against Mississippi State in the rain. We were there. Just the atmosphere.
Little Dick Nick,
baby.
Hey, Nick Fitzgerald, fuck you. Bo Nix, fuck you too. Fuck Bo Nix.
Fuck you, Bo Nix.
Fuck Bo Nix. But no, seriously. No, that when Cal made those comments, it was something that did not sit well with the Big Blue Nation at all.
No.
You could see the uproar because Cal here these past few years obviously has not had any championships. He's not shown for anything. Mark Stoops has won 5 out of the past 6
and I
bowl
get,
games that he's been in.
I get it. We're comparing bowl games to basketball national championships, but that's the fucking standard.
Not to get off subject, but that's just
sorry about that.
That was just something that you like to spice it up a little bit, get a little side talk in there. So back to Florida and Tennessee. Like I said, I think Tennessee is just that much better than Florida. I don't understand why they're only favored 10.5. That doesn't make sense to me. That's what makes it seem not on the okay side, but at the same time, I could see Tennessee coming out and playing smash mouth football and just being the aggressor from the start of the game.
Hedge, I can say this: 10.5. If I was making this line, I'd probably do the same thing, just because it's still Florida. They might not be the Florida we're used to, but at the end of the day, they have swag, they have studs still, and in any given moment, they can walk out of Knoxville with a fucking win. But bottom line, Tennessee's a better football team. If I was going to bet this game, I'd probably ride Tennessee, but fuck Tennessee. I don't ever put my money on Tennessee. But if I was going to play this game, I for sure as hell is not taking Florida plus 10.5.
You can put me down for the over. I like the over in this game.
I want to cheer for the over because I just want something.
I like to see the points. I like to see it go back and forth because I know last year Tennessee. I mean, their offense has always just been dominant. I mean, it just seems like as soon as somebody goes down the field and scores, they'll come right back and either put one in between the goalpost or put one right in the end zone. So it's one or the other. So
this game's at 3:30, and if I got a little bankroll, I'm gonna sprinkle some on the over just to have some fun. But if I'm fighting back,
I think Richardson has a big game. Right now, he is in last out of all 14 quarterbacks inside of the SEC. He has 423 total passing yards. He only has a 53% completion percentage. And then, how many touchdown passes he's thrown this year?
I think it's 0.
Yeah.
None. That's insane.
None. He has rushing touchdowns because, like I said,
he can run the ball.
He can run the ball just like Hendon Hooker. That's why I think this game can be very high scoring. But then again, Tennessee's defense is starting to pick up slightly, But I still think there's going to be a lot of points, so I'm sticking with the over 62.5. Here's a crazy stat. Florida last year went into Tennessee without Richardson, the AR-15, and lost. Or they won, 38-14. So what could that mean for this year? What do you think that could lead to? What's your thought on that?
Hedge. I have no fucking clue. I have no fucking clue. I don't know what to think of that stat you just listed off right there.
So, like I said, I think that maybe, you take AR-15. I don't know who the backup quarterback is for Florida, but
I don't know.
Maybe
he gets his shot.
That's what I'm saying.
Whoever that guy is, maybe he gets his shot.
Hey, fuck Tennessee. Give me Florida plus 10.5. Fuck
Woo!
Yeah, let's go. Fuck Tennessee.
I like that. I might ride with my best
Tennessee
boy.
orange. Fuck that Tennessee orange. It's awful.
Yeah, hey, the Florida orange, it looks a little bit better than
it's
the
got
Tennessee
it's got a little
orange.
bit of swag with it.
I'm gonna ride with my boy. I don't play against my boy. I'm gonna ride with a Florida plus 10.5. Switch up alert.
Fuck Tennessee. And Bo Nix.
All right, now to a game that Herb is super, super, super excited about because I watched North Carolina against App State, probably the most exciting game of the year so far.
What a heartbreaker that was for us, though.
Yeah, I think we have App State minus 2.5.
Yeah. We
had App State minus 2.5. We are big fans of App State. We like Luke Combs, baby. Beer never broke my heart. You know what I'm saying?
Ice cold beer.
It never broke my heart.
There
but
you go.
anyways, we're big. Because, again, fuck Tennessee. I'd rather root on App State than Tennessee any day. I think that if you live in the state and you'd rather root on Tennessee, I think you're a fucking loser. Period blank. That's just how I am. But anyways, Notre Dame.
Bo Nix.
Yeah, fuck Bo Nix. Notre Dame at North Carolina, UNC minus 1.5 for good reason. Let's not act like that's not a good line because Notre Dame sucks donkey dick. Let's be honest.
They're bad.
Notre Dame is bad. And I'm a Notre Dame guy, believe it or not.
Losing to Ohio State, then bouncing back and losing to Marshall at home. After you paid them $1.25 million.
Did y'all hear that number? Say it again.
$1.25 million.
To get your ass beat.
Yeah.
To get your ass beat.
Lost money on that game. That hurt. Notre Dame minus 3.5. That sucked. Watch that in a Italian parlor. That's awful.
Yeah, Hedge took that live, which
That's awful.
which I supported the decision. I couldn't get it in at the time, but yeah, that one burned.
And then last week they barely scrape a win on Cal. Cal is awful. I would put Cal down there with New Mexico State, maybe even putting them down there with Nevada. They're bad. They're very bad.
Cal was a Sports Center top 10 play away from beating Notre Dame for their third straight loss. Anyways, Notre Dame is 20-2 all time in the series, currently holding a 4-game win streak over UNC since 2014. UNC also is giving up 37.7 points a game, but Notre Dame ain't gonna score 37 fucking points. They play to lose. They don't play to win the game. They play to lose.
I don't trust Freeman. Is it Coach Freeman? What's his name? Marcus Freeman.
Whoever. Yeah.
I don't trust him, man. I think that he could be a really good recruiter, maybe an offensive coordinator of some sorts, let me rephrase that. Defensive coordinator, because he's pretty good at a defensive side.
I think they rushed that
offense
decision.
It's bad.
I think they rushed that decision.
Hashtag bring Brian Kelly back.
Shit, I don't like Brian Kelly in the SEC. I'll tell you that fake ass country fuck.
What about that video, man?
Gosh, damn.
That kid decommitted literally right after.
Me and my family. Where the fuck that country accent come from?
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Give me North Carolina -1.5. I love it. I love the spread. On paper, you might think it's a fish. I don't think it's a fish. I think North Carolina is.
That's what I was going to mention that, but I don't want to keep talking about fish lines because I don't want to look at all games like fish lines.
Bottom line, North Carolina.
It just makes no sense for them to be that close in spread. That's just all I'm going to say.
Because they're going to turn it into a shootout, and they might throw a couple picks. Notre Dame might get some interceptions or a fumble now and then, but they cannot score at North Carolina. It's going to be sloppy. It's going to be ugly. It's probably going to go over. North Carolina is going to score 40 points this game. If Notre Dame puts up 2 touchdowns, it goes over, I promise you. Take UNC -1.5. I like it. Mark it down. Book it.
Yeah, put me down for the over. I like the over. Give it to me. I think Notre Dame's going to try to score. I think Marcus Freeman's going to try to be that guy and try to get in the end zone. So, next we got Oregon, or number 15 Oregon, going into Washington State. Like I said, fuck Bo Nix. I can go ahead and tell you off rip. I'm taking Washington State +6.5.
100%.
Fuck Bo Nix.
I think he's the worst quarterback in college football. He's transferred.
He has one good fucking game, and then everybody's like, "Oh, Oregon's good again." No, Bo Nix is awful. Let me tell you something about Bo Nix. He will win the games that we're betting against him, and he'll lose the games that we bet for him. So fuck Bo Nix.
He walked in the state pen last year and fucking blew it. He had 3 different chances to sell that game. Fucking blew it.
If you're a good quarterback, you conquer the whiteout.
If you're an SEC quarterback, you shove it down the Big Ten's throat. And he couldn't. I fucking hate Bo Nix. Simple as that. I don't even want to talk about this game. Washington State all the way.
Give me the under. I don't think there's a lot of points in this game. I think Washington State's defense is going to hold Oregon up, and Oregon's going to win. If they win, they'll win by a field goal. And Bo Nix will not be the reason they win. I promise you that.
Fish alert, fish alert, fish alert.
Oh, shit. Here it is, boys. This is the...
Give it to me, Hedge. Give it to me.
This is the fucking game I have been waiting on.
Game of the week.
All week long. I've been looking at it, and I'm just telling you right now, this is Fish City, okay? Let me tell you something.
Hear those words?
Let me tell you something. I will bet everything in my life that everybody's going to be riding Arkansas +2.5. But let me tell you something. Texas A&M ain't no fucking joke, okay? That defense is studded. Go ahead and mark me down for the under because it ain't going over. They're going to ride that over too because Arkansas scores a lot of points. But guess what Texas A&M does? They beat you the fuck down. So mark it down. Texas A&M -2.5. 5-star play. Boom!
Boom! 5-star. I'm going to put about 6 units on it.
I feel so confident about this game. And I'm not taking any credibility away from Arkansas. They are a great, great football team. What's that coach's name down there? Gosh, like I said, I'm terrible. I have to go ahead and tell you right now, I'm awful about names.
We bet numbers. We don't bet names.
We know numbers, okay? That's what we focus on. And we know some names. We know, like, Bo Nix, fuck him.
We remember the people we hate.
But like I said, KJ Jefferson, top prospect as a dual threat quarterback. I mean, the guy can tuck it and run, lower his shoulder and run you over because he's 6'5", 285 pounds.
As a quarterback.
As a QB, that's insane. The guy's fucking huge.
Side note, this is a game. Okay, Texas A&M, go ahead and write it off. They're not going to make the college playoffs. They know it. We know it. Your mom knows it. Everybody knows it. But this is a game they can prove themselves under the lights. At College Station, in front of all their fans, administration, everybody. This is the game that they prove themselves. And I believe in them. I really do. I think they turn on. They show everybody what all the hype was about. And I mean, I can't say any more than that. It's fishy, and I like it being in College Station. I like Texas A&M this game.
Yeah, give me Texas A&M minus 2.5, and give me the under at 48.5.
Ooh, the under.
Under. Well,
okay.
Well, it's gonna be a dogfight. It's gonna be a field goal game. That's why it's at 2.5. Promise.
All right.
Somebody's gonna get their ass busted.
Our last game. Okay. Woo! I love these kind of games. I love these late night games. Number 7, USC at Oregon State. I have seen a lot. I mean a lot. USC is minus 5.5. I've seen a lot of people on Oregon State, believe it or not. People I've talked to, people I follow. I've seen a lot of people on it. The only thing that tells me is they might hang around there. And the over and under is at 70 for a reason. If you are scared of the number 70, don't fucking gamble. Go home.
Get out.
Okay? If you want to live with your mom forever, you know what I mean? You want to eat on food stamps, you're scared of the number 70. I'm going to play the over straight off the bat. Like we said, we bet numbers. You could not show me these two teams and show me an over and under at 70.5. My ass is taking it because half you motherfuckers are scared of that shit. And scared money don't make no money, motherfuckers. You hear that? Scared money don't make no money. So if you're scared of that 70 right there, get the fuck off the page. Get off the channel.
I just think that USC, with Lincoln Riley, what he's building out there with Caleb Williams and that Addison kid from Pittsburgh, the transfer, I mean, it's an electric offense. I'm pretty sure the kids scored over 80% of their touchdowns. If I'm not mistaken, it's a crazy stat like that. Like I said, Caleb Williams, big fan of Caleb Williams. Lincoln Riley, he doesn't know what he's doing defensively, but offensively, he's got it. He's got what it takes.
That's another reason why we like the over.
I love it.
He don't know what he's doing defensively.
Oregon State scores a lot of points, too. Right now, they're scoring 45 points a game. If you don't think this is going to be a shootout, if you don't like 70, like Herb said, get the fuck out. Get out.
USC will score at least 50 points.
USC's winning this game in overtime. It's going to go to 2 overtime by 6. They're going to get a stop, go in the touchdown or in the end zone, score a touchdown, game over.
What a prediction!
Minus 5.5 USC. Give it to me.
Watch it with us. We'll be live tweeting during this game.
We're also going to put. I'm still going to put our cards up. We still want to give y'all a little bit of like what those little games and stuff like that. There's a couple of over unders and stuff like that we like throughout the day. So we're not going to just leave that out, but we'll definitely have our mortal lock and we'll have all of our plays laid out for you come this time tomorrow. So this was a great first episode. I think that we've really established a great ground and where we can build from here. Hopefully we can get some people to even give us some feedback. Let us know what we could do to improve our show or what we're trying, like I said, to accomplish here with the Herb and the Hedge show. Okay?
Something we're going to try to implement too is once we get a little bit of a following, we're going to give a caller 5 minutes every Thursday night to go over his card. So if we build this page up and you want a way to get your picks out there, get some exposure, we're going to do a call in or we might have you email it in, whatever. We'll say your Twitter handle. We'll expose you and put your plays out there for you. So we're going to get a following for that. I think when we get our first 100 listeners, maybe we do a drawing or something. We like we said, our main objective, our main goal
is to beat for y'all.
Yeah, we want to beat Vegas. We want to make people money in the funnest way possible. And this is the funnest time of our lives. If you have the money, bet the money. Put a wager out there that is fun for you. Don't kill yourself. Don't put your family in jeopardy. But this is a way to have fun. This is a way to get your wife off your back, your mom off your back.
When you're sitting at a wedding and you're just miserable because you're in a suit and your girlfriend drug you to this fucking wedding in the park when it's 98 degrees out. And like I said, you've got nothing better. And when you just know that you've got some type of money on a game, it just gives you a little bit of motivation to get through because you know the reception's going to come. You might hit that bet and gamble a little bit more. So, like I said, our ultimate goal is to win a lot of money. This is Hedge.
And this is Herb.
And we're signing out, baby. Peace, love, always.